Guys, you're welcome back. And if you're just seeing me for the first time, my name is Obinje. Oh, and I create content on love, life, marriage, everything that has to do with your relationship. A couple of months back, I uploaded a video where I talked about what every woman in her 30s and above that is single. I uploaded a video of what that woman needs to be doing before she gets married. Just in case you haven't seen that video, I'll drop a link somewhere here or there up. I'll leave a link in the description box so that you go and watch that video. What I talked about in that video is somewhat similar to what I'm going to be talking about today. The only difference is that in that video, I was talking to women in their 30s and above that are married. But today's video is generally to every woman who isn't married. What you should do or you should be doing before you get married. And the first thing that you would want to do before you get married is that you would want to establish a support system around you. When I talk about a support system, I'm talking about friends, and not just any kind of friends. You want friends that can stand for you through thick and thin. Yes. When you get married, you and your husband are also going to go along to develop friends along the way. Friends that are going to become family friends to the marriage or to the family in question. But the kind of friends I'm talking about are friends that you, as a woman, you made in the past. Friends you made in your university days, friends you made in your secondary school days, or even childhood friends that you had carried along with you. You'd need these friends because these are friends that in thick and thin have your back. These are friends that are going to stand for you and stand with you in your good times, your bad times, or whatever situation you find yourself in. Yes, you and your husband are obviously going to have friends. These are friends that you people have in quotes as family friends. You're going to have friends that probably you'll be attending functions with, you'll be attending occasions or whatever with. But as a woman, as an individual, you need those your friends that understand you. When I say in total, those friends that understand you to the depths of who you are, those friends that you are sure are not friends that would leave you hanging in times of needs. These are friends that you can smile to the bank when it comes to them. So you need that kind of support system because you're never going to tell when they are going to come in handy. Another thing that you'd want to do while you are still single is that you'd want to develop a hobby. Yes. And this hobby could range from reading, cooking, baking, hair making, tailoring. There are so many of these hobbies out there that would suit your preference or something that would suit your kind of person. You see, at this point in time, when you're developing this hobby, it might just be like the word itself, a hobby. But you know what? We're in a society and in a time where jobs are hard to come by. So while you were developing that hobby as a single girl because you wanted to while away time, it just might come in handy when you get married. It just might become the mainstream of income. Even if it's not the mainstream of income, it could become a passive income for you in the future to come. So what you want to do is that you'd want to develop a hobby. Develop a hobby. It could be one, it could be two, it could be as many as you can have at the back of your palm. But most importantly is that you'd want to develop a hobby. Another thing that it's advisable to women, single ladies, is that learn or cultivate the habit of traveling. It could be a solo travel or it could be a group travel. Whatever the case is, it's good to travel. You are definitely going to travel with your partner, with your husband, or whenever the case arises. But that's going to be a different ball game. Now you are not traveling as a solo person, you are not traveling with friends, you are traveling with your husband. So this time when you are single is a time for you to do as many things as you'd want to do, and that's why we're talking about traveling. This is a time where you can release yourself and set yourself free. Travel to as many places that you can afford. Yeah, travel to as many places, because in the course of this journey you are going to discover who you are. You are going to discover the real person. You are going to know a lot about so many things that you did not know. You're going to know about different cultures, different traditions, different foods, sights and sounds you are going to explore. So you'd want to, so you'd want to travel, you'd want to visit places, you just want to sometimes get up, pack your bag, and hit the road. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, and it's magical. Even if you do not do any other thing, but this is one thing that you do not want to take for granted. You need to be financially independent. In the time past, it was okay to, get married without being, financially independent. But in this time, it is not, and it will never be. The cost of living is is so expensive, so why leave it to your partner to take care of the bills? Besides your partner even taking care of the bills in the house, you as a woman, there's this joy you have when you know that you're earning your keep. There's this joy you have when you know that you worked hard for your money. There is this joy that is going to, spring forth inside of you when you know there's this thing you need and you can afford it, not the money of some other person paying for you, but you being able to, pay for your bills. So it's good as a woman that now that you're single, get up, do anything reasonable, make a living for yourself. Make sure that at the end of every month there's something coming into your bank financially that is going to, set you up and forward for the future to come. Even if you get married to the likes of the Dangotes and so, you'd want to make your own money. You want to learn to, live alone or live with friends, have roommates or whatever. Times have changed, and they have changed drastically. Back in the days, it was usually from your father's house straight to your husband's house. But like I said, times have changed. Times have changed in so many areas and so many fields. What is obtainable today is not what was obtainable in the days of our parents. Now, it is advisable that as a woman, you should know what it is to live alone. Even if you are living with people, but what it means is that you are not under the roof of your parents anymore. Now you are learning to be independent. You are learning to be able to take care of yourself on your own. You are able to do things on your terms, not on the terms of other people. Even if you're living with friends, the best bet is that you guys are going to be splitting the bills in the house, but you are responsible to yourself. You are accountable to yourself. So when you are able to live on your own for a period of time before going into your husband's house, it's going to, give you the mentality or the right thinking capacity to be able to live with someone else. Now you know that in marriage we are together, but to an extent I know what it is to be an independent lady. I know how it is to live alone. And of course, when it comes to sharing the financial or obligations in the family, now you are well equipped to it. Remember that you might have lived alone or shared apartment with friends, but you had your bills. So when you move into your husband's house, you know that you're not going to be waiting for him to take care of the bills. You're no longer going to be having that mentality of somebody who was, being spoon-fed back in her father's house, because you have lived alone. You know that, oh, I need to pay my light bills, I need to pay my water bills, there are so many bills that you need to pay. So moving into your husband's house, you know that when it comes to all of this, you're not waiting for him to take care of all those bills. This is going to be a combined, effort between two of you. Every woman before getting married needs to learn how to, withhold information from her friends. Yes, I remember talking about you having a support system. When we get into a new relationship, it's always, with us that we want to spill the beans about our relationship. We want to spill the beans about our partners. It's okay. I mean, every once in a while you'd want to say one or two things about your relationship. But I would have you know that once this relationship begins to, move in the line of marriage and all of that, it is high time that you should learn to zip it. You should learn to withhold as much information that you will need to withhold from friends, from anybody. The reason is that you don't want to go and talk about your relationship because you are learning to, preserve the longevity of your marriage or your relationship. You are learning to, keep to you what should be with you and your partner. You are learning to know that now it's married, it's not boyfriend and girlfriend. I wouldn't want to take my relationship for granted and let about just information. Now you know that this is the real deal. Yes. So once you're in this stage as a single lady, you should be able to know when to zip it and when not to, zip it. And of course, if you're thinking of getting married, this is one thing that you should learn to do. You should learn to zip your mouth and withhold unnecessary information or passing across every information about your relationship to your friends. So guys, the list is endless about things that every single lady out there needs to do or needs to know before she gets married. But this is just the few that I have dropped here. So if you have any contribution to this, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. And of course, if you did like today's video, please give me a thumbs up. I want you to share this video with your friends, to single friends, ladies that are not married. And trust me, tomorrow again I'll come back with another beautiful topic on life, love and marriage. So till I come your way again, it's Opinje. Oh, and it's bye.